ready to just take off and run into the wild. You can see even as close to the look of fur on the wolf. You know, if you just look at the hair, you look at the mouth, you look at the feather dangling behind on the side, the wonderful feather in the center there. This was originally $258. It's also very, very limited at $229.98. Yeah, just about 100 of these. I know it's been one that is sold out in the past. We have not often do repeats, but this one happens to be one. And as far as dimensions on here, it's 3 3/8 of an inch in length by 2 3/8 of an inch side to side in the width. And this is another one I would definitely recommend if you're able to get it. The liquid sterling handcrafted sterling silver chains that are available for you that we've been showcasing off to the side of the screen there because they're just back in stock. But what an incredible work of art. Jennifer, tell us about the artisan. Tell us about, again, this just empowering piece. Like you were mentioning, men and women alike love to collect the wolf design, right?
Yes, the artisan here is Henry Atakia, and he's got that image of the wolf, very powerful, very sturdy, and when you look at it, it's a representation of being able to be quick and firm, in your decision making and emotional attachments, because they don't have time to think twice and second guess themselves. And it often teaches us, to trust your own instincts and often, trust with your hearts and your minds, which a lot of us need to do these days because everything we often second guess ourselves. And, that's what will make you feel unhappy is, doubt. But with the wolves, they're full of strength and courage. And that's what we need to teach ourselves, to have a little bit of strength and courage each and every day.
Absolutely, and going back, if you're just tuning in with us, good morning. Designed by Native American artisan Daryl Morgan, as of course Jennifer was just telling us, and that Native American jewelry making, those traditions remain so strong in the American Southwest. They're incorporating rather than being replaced by like newer materials and techniques, and that's when I love when we show the videos. And I always talk about 10 years ago when you were here in the studio and you had just came from the trading post, Chaco Canyon, and they were doing a lot of footage and filming, and you brought back some of the different tools that the artisans used. You had them on the set here. I was like, oh my goodness, like a lot of them were russet. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. They do this kind of amazing hand workmanship with, the tools that were probably passed down from generations to generations, right? I mean, from small children.
It felt like I should have had a lockbox and key when I had those. I was very nervous because, I didn't want to damage someone's livelihood. And I apologize if I did get that artisan wrong. You said Daryl Morgan. I may have wrote Henry and Takia on there, but I just wanted to apologize for that. But if you've seen the previews and the promos before, I was sitting beside an artisan who was using, like a wire cutter on a sheet of silver, and he would hammer out the images of what he wanted and then cut around it and smooth it out. And with this type of wolf, it looks like it's tufa casting too as well. And so that's where you get that image. The image is carved into the stone, and when the liquid silver is ready, they pour that in, and that image of the wolf comes out. The obverse and inverse, I think I said it wrong, but that image comes from both sides, or sometimes often on one side, just like a two-dimensional. When you see that, you're going to see the whole image of the wolf, the teeth, the eyes, the nose, and everything around it. And you can see that you can just have that image of the wolf singing, putting its head back and letting out that, big, deep, howl at the end of the night.
You know, it's funny. I looked at the side as you were talking, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's right. You can even like feel the sharpness of the teeth coming down on the inside, and that's also Sleeping Beauty. I hope I mentioned that earlier. So again, very, very, very highly collectible, simply because the mind is no longer open anymore. Okay, want to mention our liquid silver necklaces. So if you were fortunate enough to be able to get the cross necklace that I'm wearing, remember that's one of the best prices we've ever offered at under $90. That is still available for you.